one for the road.
Since I'm ranking for myself, this time I'm going to put the 2 and the 3 up here. So I have a good chance of, I want the 1, 2, and 3 to end up there. 6 and 8, because the reason I put the 6 and 8 on these are the wing balls. These have the best chance of going in the pocket. And these are the 2 balls that I want to get rid of. The reason is the 6 ball and the 8 ball are actually usually the hardest 2 balls to pocket because it's green, right? So if it gets over close to the rail, you know, you don't have a lot of contrast. And the darker balls are sometimes harder to focus on. And that's the reason I put these on the corners, you know, and on the wings. And I want to make sure the balls are frozen. Every ball is frozen and touching really good. And the way to tell that, so when you move the rack out, if the balls move a little bit, usually they're not frozen, so you bring it back and you just pushing up, move the rack up just a little and pull it straight up. Pretty good break. Shot 1 ball, 2 ball here, 3. Pretty easy to run out from there. The break is so important in 9 ball, so that's the reason we're going over the break now. And let's see, well, I want to break from the side, so what I'm trying to do is control the cue ball. You don't just break for power. I want to control the cue ball, try to keep the cue ball somewhere around the center of the table. I don't want it to end up here on the end rail or way down there. And I want to shoot directly straight into the 1 ball, possibly make the 1 in the side, or the 1 hits here and comes up in here for position. Wing ball possibly in the corner. But the main thing, I just want to make a ball on break, any ball on break, and get position for the 1 ball, or whatever the lowest ball is. Okay. You notice there, I broke from the right side. The wing ball went straight in, and this is what we're looking for. You know, we're looking for what side, you know, like it seems like here, the right side is the best side to break for on this table. Every table is different. So you want to try to find the right spot on the table to break from if the balls are racked the same every time. And here, I've got position for the 1 ball, made a ball on break, and this is most likely, I could run the table here, make the 1 come over for the 2, and the balls are scattered out very well for an easy run for a professional. If you're the breaker, you want to make sure that the 1, 2, 3, all these balls are frozen, and all back in here too. Now, if there's a little gap between the 9 and the 6 or the 9 and 8, sometimes that's good because a lot of times the 9 ball is shoot for the corner pocket. So if you see that, you might want to leave that. But if you see the balls aren't frozen, you're going to have your opponent to re-rack the balls. Very important. Okay. Now I found the sweet spot. So here I made a 1 in the side. Lots of time when you're breaking good from the side, you'll make the 1 directly in the side, and the wing ball went straight in here. So I really found a sweet spot for this table. And this here would be a pretty difficult run because I got to make the 2 and go off the 8 and come back up for a 3, but that's still a very good break there. I made 2 balls and I got position for the 2 ball, and that's the key. You're concerned with controlling the cue ball. You know, that's very important. You don't want to just go all out and just hitting as hard as you can, because if you don't hit straight onto this 1, you can jump the table. You know, if you hit off, you can jump the table, and that happens lots of times if you're breaking, if you get up past 25, 26 mile an hour. And you don't want to have any elevation, because if you elevate, the cue ball is actually, it's flying through the air. It's not on the bed of the cloth, you know, it's actually going through the air. When I hit the balls, the impact really hard, every ball actually comes up off the table a little bit. What I want to do is hit the 1 ball head on, directly straight in from the position I'm playing from, directly straight into the 1 ball. I don't want to hit off to the left. If you hit off to the left, you got a good chance of scratching in the side pocket. That's a no-no. If you hit off to the right, it's better than hitting off to the left, but then your cue ball will come over this way and up in here maybe, but you get a lot of kisses. But to get the good power, I want to get a good solid break, so I want you directly into the one ball. Okay, now, if you notice here, I've got a pretty long bridge. This is for power, okay? You can get, when you have a longer bridge, you can actually get more power into the break shot. Okay, I'm not up here, really close, so I've got a long bridge. That's important. Another thing I want you to notice is when I get down to break, this elbow here is going to be bent. This will be bent. I won't have it straight, because if it's straight, you can't shift your weight. So this is bent, so that way my body can go in. See, like this. Okay, if it's straight like this, I can't do that, so I can't shift the weight. So you want your elbow bent. Now, I'm aiming low on the cue ball, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to hit it low, because you have a tendency when you break hard to come up, so the cue's going to come up. So I aim low, knowing that I'm going to come up. I'm trying to hit basically around the center of the ball, center of the cue ball. Back here, my grip hand, vertical, maybe a little bit back farther than normal. Okay. Then, when I come back, right before I break, I'm going to pause right at the cue ball. I pause, come back, and then I'm shifting. When I come back through, my weight goes from my right side back through here to my left side through the cue to the cue ball. Okay, let's see what happens here. Look at here, 9 ball. Okay, the 9 ball in tournaments probably goes, it's got a lot to do with the table. It might go on the average 1 out of 100. So, 9 ball doesn't, unless sometimes you get on a table where the ball's not freezing really good, the 9 ball's not freezing. Like there, the 9 went straight in. That means there was a little gap between the 9 and one of the balls, that surrounds the 9. And that's what you want to look for. If your opponent's breaking the balls and he's racking the balls, you want to make sure that those balls are frozen around the 9, or that can happen. He can make the 9 on break. Okay, that's a pretty good break. I've got a really easy carom off to 1 ball to make the 2, roll the 1 down, the 3 ball go in the corner, because it's a pretty nice run. So what I would do here is come over, shoot really thin, make the 2, I got the 1, 3 I go, should be out. So that's an ideal break. I made a ball on break, and I had an open shot, and that's what you want as a professional player. Or if you're a player that's capable of running the table. If you're a player that's not capable of running the table, you want to learn how to break good, so when you are capable of running the table, you'll be able to do it.